2 News at Noon begins now.
The Spokane office in charge of holding police accountable faced complaints of a conflict of interest, why the city's ethics committee decided to dismiss it.
And while today is kind of an okay day, slightly cloudier, I'm tracking a bit of rain this weekend and perhaps even snow next week.
Well, everybody deserves good oral health, and the east side of the state is just as important as the west side of the state, as the north part of the state, as the south part of the state.
A new dental program is coming to Eastern Washington. Coming up, we'll share more about its focus on serving those living in rural communities. Hi, everyone. Thank you so much for joining us here on KREM 2 News at Noon. I'm Laura Papetti, and we do begin this noon hour with breaking news. The Spokane Valley Fire Department posted on Facebook that an STA paratransit bus is on its side right now, blocking an intersection at Spokane Valley. This is happening in the area of North McDonald in East Valleyway. We'll keep you updated as crews work to clear the area. We have confirmed this very important information that there were no passengers on board the bus when this happened, and we are working right now to know the condition of the driver, and we'll share more information as soon as we get it. Okay, 12:01 right now. We're going to check in with Thomas Patrick. He's outside on what was a beautiful sunny morning. Has that continued, Thomas, and is it still pretty chilly out there?
I would say a couple things. One, yes, it is still a little chilly out here. Certainly was frosty this morning. The sun is still out, but it is definitely filtered sunshine. I would actually call this a mostly cloudy day, even though there is a little bit of brightness to it. It's pretty thin layer of clouds, but it is blanketing the inland northwest. So you kind of split the difference. You call it mostly cloudy, but I think filtered sunshine with overcast skies would be the most accurate way to describe our current sky conditions. Now, this cloud cover is not going to rain on us at all. It is not filled with nearly that much moisture. It's not going to squeeze any raindrops out, but it is still cool underneath that cloud deck, still in the 30s in Spokane, Coeur d'Alene. I do think we will hit at least 40 degrees today, as you see on the Palouse, where that cloud layer is a little bit thinner, at least at the moment. So there are the high temperatures, likely just in the 40s throughout. I think next week is when things really start to get interesting. What you see here is the temperature outlook for all of next week, and it trends cooler than average, really all across the western U.S. So coming up, we'll show you the storm system that affects the West Coast starting this weekend, and when we start to see big-time mountain snow here locally. So a lot of extended outlook details are all coming up in about 15 minutes.
All right, my friend, thank you. Today, Washington State Patrol is investigating a crash that happened in Spokane Valley. Here's a look at this scene earlier today. It appears a driver drove off the road near Trenton Pines and into a construction area. WSP said drugs or alcohol may have been involved. They are investigating the car crash near the railroad tracks and not far from the Spokane River. WSP says at least one person was seriously hurt, and we'll keep you updated as we learn more about the crash. American Medical Response has confirmed that someone was indeed riding on the back of an ambulance. Take a look. This is an exclusive video from yesterday, so some of you may have seen it. As the ambulance drove eastbound on I-90 near Altamont and Freya, when you look on the back, you can see a person there. Crews did pull over, and they did contact the dispatch and WSP. However, the person hitching a ride, that person ran away. AMR also confirming no patient was inside at the time of the incident. Now, as of right now, WSP does not know who the mystery rider was. Obviously, a very dangerous morning there, but it is not the first time something like this has happened in Spokane. Take a look at this video. This is from 2024 when a person was seen riding on the back of a semi. It also happened near the Altamont exit. KREM 2 News has obtained some new court documents in last week's double homicide at a North Spokane apartment. Now, according to these documents, 6 people were inside the apartment at the time of the shooting, and that does include a child. Witnesses told Spokane police they saw 2 men walk inside the apartment with what appeared to be bandanas over their faces. Multiple people say the 2 started to fight with someone inside. Witnesses say at some point during the struggle, a gun went off and 2 men, Isaac Tucker and Derek Alford, were killed, but police stopped short of saying who shot them. A person of interest was taken into custody, but later released. There is a new bill in Idaho that could make businesses legally responsible if someone uses a restroom that does not match their sex that was assigned at birth. The bill passed out of committee yesterday and is now headed to the full House for debate. One of the most controversial parts of the proposal involves what's known as premises liability, and that is a legal doctrine that requires business owners to keep their properties safe for customers. So, for example, clearing ice from sidewalks or fixing any hazards that can endanger someone. Under the bill, allowing someone to use a bathroom does not align with their biological sex would be considered a violation of that safety standard and could open the business up to a lawsuit.
This legislation is supported by more than 77% of likely Idaho voters. It's the largest margin I've ever seen on an issue. It's a winning issue. It's a common sense issue. And I hope you'll send it to the floor with a do pass recommendation.
The bill did pass 9-5. It is now headed to the House floor. The City of Spokane's Ethics Commission dismissed a complaint against the police ombudsman, and they are the office in charge of holding police accountable. KREM 2's Connor McAvoy breaks down the complaint alleging the conflict of interest.
All in favor of dismissing the complaint? Aye. That's unanimous.
Hardly any words were spoken during a special meeting held by the City of Spokane Ethics Commission. Its members voted unanimously to dismiss an ethics complaint filed against Spokane Police Ombudsman Bart Logue. The complaint filed by Spokane Valley resident Evan Sims is the second the office received over the past couple of years. The initial complaint Sims filed accused Logue of failing to investigate what Sims referred to as a biased police report in 2024 involving an assault against him and what he says was discrimination he faced from police and Logue due to his having a developmental disability. This revised version argues the same allegations, as well as arguing Logue also used his title as Spokane Police Ombudsman for personal gain, arguing his position as Police Ombudsman in Spokane made it possible for him to secure consulting contracts in Illinois to the tune of $100,000. The City's Spokane Ethics Committee conducted an independent investigation into the complaint. Its members say they found no evidence of any conflict of interest with his duties as Police Ombudsman, and the complaint was dismissed.
It's a very thorough investigation.
Connor McAvoy, KREM 2 News.